Welcome, my friends. We all woke up today with a brand new free card in our collection. That's right, Spider-Man is a completely new card here. My problem is that I don't know how to make him work. Let's see if we can find a spot for him today. Oh, what has been bro done to you, my little Spidey? Now you're a 3/5 on reveal. Move to another location and pull an enemy card from here to there. You're like a bad Stegron variant because you're also moving rather than just kicking the card away. It will affect unrevealed cards, and now instead of the Zabu synergy for a cost discount, the way that Stegron has, you actually have synergy with being buffed by Silver Surfer, which takes us to the first deck that we have our hopes set on being able to integrate Spider-Man into. The second one I'm actually a little bit more excited about, but this one is pretty tried and true. It is Patriot Surfer with a junk kicker using the Polaris and the Spider-Man and the Debris, and then the Absorbing Man compounding to be able to junk up the opposing side of the board and just try and lock them out of being able to play. We also, important to note, have the Nebula to be able to play around. If we can put junk on the opposing side of the Nebula lane specifically, that will take away their opportunity to stop the Nebula scaling. So she's a nice one drop to be able to play here and then be able to get a lot of buffs scaled up on her lane. I'll drop the Medusa to Clintar. Loving that 2-cost drop in. I mean, a 2/5, yeah, I love that. We're running the Mr. Sinister to be able to have another target for the Absorbing Man, and then we're also running the Mirage to be able to get a little bit more juice into our deck. I find that sometimes you get just very clunky in terms of having all of your mid-game cards in hand, and they don't combo very well, so the Mirage ideally is going to help us smooth over some of that transition. I'll play the Debris here to be able to attack this lane, and then we can lock it out completely with the Polaris right after. Things are all going to chalk right here. So I don't have to move anything. They go Rock Slide. Oh. I think this one is going pretty well for us. So Nebula is going to be able to scale this turn, next turn, and the turn after until they play Killmonger and take that all away. We could go for an Absorbing Man attack, clipping onto the Debris and giving out additional rocks. But I don't know if that's really what I want to play here. I think instead we could go Mirage. I like this. What if we played Mirage? I don't know, Mr. Sinister. I don't have the Patriot to be able to buff him. I could just play Polaris on the side. We could commit. Oh, no, I do. I like this. We'll play Mr. Sinister on, hang on, Mirage here, because this lane will all consolidate. And then I can play Mr. Sinister on the side here. And then I can play Absorbing Man back on mid for a 10-point spike. There we go. I think we found it. Storm out Lamentus. And I receive the Jeff. Ooh. Little 2/5 Jeff for us to be able to play around with. Okay, so how do I want to secure this lead? I do have, of course, the Jeff. Don't have anything for Silver Surfer to be able to buff. I wonder if I just go with the Abs Man here. And then I know, say on the final turn, to be able to play Jeff on right, depending on where cards are positioned, and look to try and edge them out on left. We get an extra 2, 4, 7. I just need a little bit of power. The Polaris would be able to seal it up. Yeah, I like this. They fill it up. What are you rocking with this Storm? Storm Rock Slide Hawk. Get the Juggernaut? Hang on. That was created by the hub? You just got a direct synergy with the rest of your deck? It's crazy, man. Alright, we'll drop you. 20 points on mid, feeling amazing. Polaris plays to be able to get the win. And then we're holding the rocks because they dropped them on our deck and our deck was destroyed. Nine points up. And then this one will be up by 3. Then 20-0. Yeah, deck seems to have some juice. Victory. Here we go. Nebula off to the side. Spider-Man in hand. Mirage to be able to scout out the opponent. 2, 6, 5, 7, 4. Is that the AC/DC? Ooh. Lamentus? Why is it always Lamentus? Been seeing a lot of this location for some reason. Mirage here feels quite nice. Play me. They do play against the Nebula. With the Misty Knight. Can I get a little 2-5 armor? Superflow canceled for both of us. Well, we could throw Debris here to be able to put the rocks down. Use the Spider-Man to try and consolidate off on this side. We'll see if this works. We're going against the Nebula pretty hard. Now they've got the armor. Alright. We've almost maxed it out. This is where we... I mean, I could also just play the Absorbing Man. Junk attack here. Sure. Absorbing. The problem is, like, they only have 5 cards left. With the Lomentus fixed income, it's a little bit less impactful to go. Rocks everywhere. High Evo shows. Zoop. Pow. Good luck scaling out the Superflow, man. Spidey, what you got for me? So Spidey is going to move... What happens if you move to another location that is not that doesn't have open space? What's gonna happen to me? Go A-bomb. Spider-Man drops. Slings mid. Oh no. Okay. High Evo. Good, good, good. I was like, if you pull the A-bomb, I'm gonna be so mad. Well. There we are. Cards and cards. There are cards and there are cards. Spider-Man actually being able to move armor away from lanes would be very interesting. Guess they didn't have Hulk in hand. Yondu takes my surfer. No. We needed him. We needed him. Well, Washington DC gives it back. Quite generously, I might add. Let's play Sinister on left. Do I want the Broodlings on Washington, D.C., or do I want the Mega Broodlings on Washington, D.C.? Probably just the normal Broodlings, because the Absorbing Man ones, if they get buffed any farther, would actually be in Shang-Chi range. You want to be mindful of that. Savage Land. Okay, well, everything is getting junked up very quickly now. Now, I wonder if I'm supposed to move their Carnage. I would really like to be able to get Absorbing Man on Brood, but I'm going to fill up my lanes too quickly. So I'm actually going to waste a Broodling here to be able to get the Absorbing Man mid. I go Deathlock. Okay. They must be just desperate to feed into Death or Null. Just destroy their cards like that. We'll play here. We get all our 5ers that stack up. Oh, and then you Phoenix Force the Carnage. Nope, the Yondu. Well, they wanted the Carnage for sure. Oh, no. Yondu has been a terror. Took away my Surfer and then my Patriot. All the buff engines of the deck are gone. Well. Wah, wah. Give me BM. I mean, Spider-Man Polaris is still a 10-point final turn. It's not too bad. Probably play Polaris on the left. Spider-Man mid. Something like this. He does have this Skillmonger. Well, now this opens up a lot of potential for my final turn. Now we actually have choices. And Spider-Man has some choices. Part of me likes the idea of just playing Debris and then like Polaris right here. No, it'd be... Well, yeah, it'd be Polaris here, so then they get a rock and a rock, and then hopefully I move this buffed rock away. That would be fun. But so would just like Spider-Man, Polaris. This seems fine as well. Move a card away. We're doing great on mid. We're still ahead and ahead. Yeah, I feel like we got this one. We drop the 2. Slide to the side. Take the unrevealed card. Unrevealed card. Polaris has nothing to move. It's death. And then the null. They got bunched together because of the Spider-Man. Ooh. That's actually what gets us the win. This, I think, is where we're going to leave the Spider Surfer deck. It's fun having the junk game plan as a fallback from just the Surfer mass buffs game plan, and Absorbing Man is still performing incredibly well, clipping onto any of these on-reveal abilities. Spider-Man and Polaris, when they do jump to the same lane, can really leave your opponent reeling, because so much of Snap is leaving yourself open with flexible options of playing to all lanes on the final turn, and when you know that one of their lanes is closed out, then you have a dramatic advantage. It's just that there are some decks are going to fold to that kind of game plan, and some are going to be able to handle it just fine with flexible cards of their own, or the destruction that's able to clear its own lanes. So it's very matchup dependent. And that takes us to our next look for the Spider-Man. Yes, the Spidey move Kraven mid-range deck. Kraven, one of the most underappreciated move carries, and then here in this deck, able to catch strays. He's looking to be able to catch strays from the Nightcrawler, the Silk, the Jeff, the Spider-Man, the Vision, maybe the Iron Lad, maybe Captain Marvel at the very end of the game. We could easily see Kraven scaling into a very valuable 2-cost. Ooh, double Kraven? Is the double Kraven the way to go? It sounds like the way to go when I can have 2 Spider-Mans that then drop down, grab cards, move to other positions. Luke Cage, High Evo, Thanos matchup potentially. Jeff's hopping around would be hilarious as well. Double Vision is looking fantastic. I think I just go solo Jeff rather than taking up any more board space. You're not giving me much here with the Spider-Man. Storm, okay. I could go Silks. I could just play Captain Marvels. Let's just play Marvels. What if we fish? Fishing with the Iron Lad. We're already holding the Vision, Spider-Man, Marvel. These are all the kind of cards that we would like Vision to be, or the Lad to be able to grab. You just don't want to play the Sinister London? That's against the rules for some reason. This is going to be Nova? So you're like Surfer 3s or something? Okay. Well, I think I need to go double Vision. And there's going to be a little bit less chaos in terms of moving cards around with their full lane on left here. Double discount from the Sarah. Gives them unlimited opportunities. Pop. Okay. So you're going to be able, with the play of Surfer happening twice, you'll be able to get this buffed by 16 to 24. If I just move Vision, we're good. But I also kind of want to move this Vision to get this Kraven buff. And then I mean, seeing the Spider-Man drop would be great. We have extra board space, so I could go Silk Nightcrawler. You're going to play move and then spawn the other guy. I love the Visions just crossing paths to be able to buff the Kravens. Not much space for Captain Marvel to do very much. There we go. Buffs. Sling them. Web them. Next one activates, goes mid. This one pulls a Brood out of position. Buffs my Kraven. Buffs the Kraven again. Silk reveals. Nightcrawler pops. Alright, now is their turn. Oh no, Silk hops over. Buffs the Kraven. Jug. No, that was not a card that I played. You have Spider-Man, but there's nowhere to move, so there will be no repositioning. Surfer buffs. But now your entire board is choked up. You have no free spaces. Ooh. Very nice. All right, we got the Kraven, we got the Spider-Man. We might... Is there a world where we're trying to move this monster? There could be, like... Then you have this mismatch. If we get the control card... it probably doesn't matter that much. Oh no. Spider-Man could end up over in Hala. But I'd love it if he just hopped left. I could also play Jeff Nightcrawler. Cards that are able to move. I'll go Spider-Man. We'll see what happens.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man here.
Take him left. We pull the unrevealed card. Buff the Kraven. Buff the Kraven again. And they show Iron Lad. Lad fishes in the deck. Lad reveals. Ooh. Takes out his own Sabu. The sabotage. Spider-Man is insane. It's so funny. Man, he was fishing for control. He was just fishing for Shang-Chi there, playing it up against my monster. Didn't get it. I'll play all this. And now we know that he drew a Enchantress. Enchantress doesn't hurt our deck at all. You're looking to be able to fight at Hala. You pull the Spider-Man. I was hoping he would pull the Kraven, man. He didn't go all in on the play. It's fun. It's ballsy. But it was not exactly what he wanted there. I'm going to show Vision on right. So here's the play. The final turn's going to reveal. Vision's going to soar to the left. Jeff is going to flop on the side. Nightcrawler is going to bamf into, materialize next to the Kraven. That's a +6 on my Kraven. Then my Shang-Chi kills his monster. He kills my monster. Fair is fair. Alright, Kraven, you have to be the difference maker. Mirage. Play mid. Here we go. 2 cards on right. The Polaris. It takes the Kraven away. But I just moved everything over to Kraven. These cards are killed. We're ahead. Wait, punch him. And then the Mirage reveal. Ooh. Pretty clean with it. Victory. You're going to take away my highlight Kraven. I was going to have a 12-power Kraven. So here is the deck in all of its glory. I actually really like the idea of having this move package of the Kraven and the Spider-Man and then some of the other flexible cards that people are playing anyway all together in a package alongside some other kind of point generating combos. I don't know if this is going to be the final form of the deck or if it needs some other package to be able to score some more points, but it's very fun to be able to play around with. And for completeness sake, we also had our Spider Surfer deck that we tried out earlier in the video. I think there's actually a better version of Surfer, and I just showed it off recently in a deck guide. You can find that video right here. Till next time, thank you guys for watching, and if you pick up either of these decks, I hope they earn you many cubes on your climb up to infinite. Keep on snapping.